I maybe should get a case for this thing, huh? Yeah, I need a holder. I should get a holder for this thing. Let me get a holder. Oh, all right, let's go. Where did it go? Put it in there. There it is. Hey, yo, welcome, welcome, welcome. Dang, the homie just disappeared on me, man. Okay. Let me go get this thing. I don't even know if we did that thing right. Okay. What's good? What's good? What's good, people? Yes, sir. We're back on it. We're back on the grind. Yeah, we are getting ready to get busy, man. Yeah. Man, I had the past week and a half. I've had I've caught like something bad during our vacation. Uh, the wife's telling me some kind of pneumonia, so just recovering from that. I'm still a little scuffed up right now. So, but we got to get to work. Everybody wants to be an owner operator until it's time to do some owner operator shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not comfortable doing this kind of owner operator stuff, I don't suggest you do it, man. So we're doing the oil pan. You see the mark on the oil pan? You see the evidence of the leak? So I was thinking, well, maybe I could just retort and call it a day. You really can't. When I show you the oil pan gasket on this thing, you're I don't think it's a good idea because check out the oil pan gasket. It's a straight, like, it's a really good oil pan gasket, really. It's rubber. See, it's got it's got two little sealant on there part. But this part right here, you see where those torque to 41 foot-pounds. This is why I don't think you can just torque it, you know what I mean? Crank it down and call it a day. It's not gonna work because all you're doing is crushing those washers. So yeah. Anyway, this is what we doing, man. I figure I'd go take you guys along with me. I'm taking a little break, but we got everything off already. Um, as far as like the rest of the bolts and stuff. So, man, let me tell you, you know, I don't mind working on my own stuff, man. I really don't. When when I have to work on somebody else's stuff because like they're paying me or whatever, I don't have a motivation to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I would still do it. You know what I'm saying? I'll still do it like it's my own, but it's just not. It's not the same. It doesn't feel the same. I should say. Hold on, I'm trying to put on the doggone tripod. Okay. This is why actually, uh, what's his name? HIV. He's also an owner operator, right? He does YouTube. Uh, I I was watching him do his shocks on his step deck the other day. I was like, man, I'm over here complaining, doing my that man over there, he's struggling with that doggone shocks and still got it done. That's why I can never own a Mustang. Yeah. Does the Mustang leak that bad? Hold on. Here we go. I actually love the Mustang, man. the 5.0, the GT, you know. But yeah, like I said, I'm still a little scuffed up, man. I'm trying. I hope you guys can hear me well because that I got the APU running. I'm trying to charge the batteries because I'm using the Starlink right now to be able to connect. It's crazy, man. Is anybody else having a problem with Verizon? The way, like, I'm in the middle of freaking Las Vegas, man, the middle of a major metropolis, and I'm over here losing signal in wide open space. It's not like I'm in the area where, there's freaking metal around on top of me. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't get it with Verizon. This has been happening for the past like year and a half. I don't know what the heck's going on with Verizon. I haven't called them about it. I should really call them about it and complain. Maybe they'll give me like 6 months for free or something. But anyway, so we're doing the oil pan, right? I already drained the oil. I already put a new oil filter in there. Um, it's right there. But one thing about, when you're doing something this invasive on on something that makes you money, you got to be very, very careful. Take your time and do it right the first time. You know what I mean? So, like, take a look at some of these bolts, right? Let me see. You see these bolts right here. This side is thinner than the one that's actually inserted into the block, right, or bolted into the block. So these ones will rust out and they'll get weakened, and you're gonna snap them off. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't want to use no impact or nothing like that. So what I've been doing is I was breaking them off, right? Breaking the tightness off with a big old half inch ratchet. Um, Shout out to freaking uh, what is it, Pittsburgh, right? What's that store? Anyway, shout out to them. I've had this for like 8 years, man. It's amazing. This is better than the Snap one that I used to have. So, Ruby Brown, what is the issue, brother? Man, listen, it's been, I have, like I said, I've been out of commission. It's been rough, man. I've been having a lot of problems breathing. I do anything small, like a little bit of physical thing to do, and I'm breathing hard. That last load, I've been making posts, right, about when I was in Phoenix. Amazing loads coming out of Phoenix, man. I had a really, really good load coming from Phoenix, going up to Sparks, Nevada. That doggone load was really good, paid really well. But it took me a while to get it done because, man, I was breathing so hard, man. I had to actually stop on the side of the road because my head was like throbbing so hard, and I had to take a nap, for a couple hours because I couldn't keep going. I couldn't keep driving, you know. So anyway, yeah, that's what we doing, man. I figure I'd go take you guys along with me. We haven't had a video done in a long time. Take you along with me for a little bit, hang out with you guys. So hang out with the crew and see you guys and show you guys what an actual owner operator is. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you're not comfortable with this kind of work, I don't care what kind of owner operator you are. You better take it to the shop. I'm very comfortable in doing this work, so that's why I'm here. Uh, I'm here doing this. Uh, it's because, like, you know what I mean. The lifeline of your doggone engine is your oil. So you mess up anything doing this, you don't. That's the last thing you want, right? So uh, pretty cold in Ohio. Oh my God, it's so hot over here, man. It's been so hot in Vegas, man. Uh, it's been like freaking above 90 here, which is insane, man. I have never seen that kind of weather in Vegas since I've been here in 2015, 2016. Never been, man. It's like this, usually this time around, this is the perfect weather for Vegas, all the way up till mid-May. But, right, you should not be seeing this kind of weather in Vegas right now that we're seeing until around past mid-May, you know? All right, here we go. I got So normally, like when you're doing your when you're doing this kind of work, right? You have like 30 some bolts in here, right? You want to make sure you keep a mental note. Normally, if I'm not familiar with it, I'm gonna take a picture, right, of what it looks like. But right now, I'm very comfortable knowing, you know what I mean. There's not a whole lot going on in here for me, as far as like my level of knowledge. So that's why I'm not really uh, worried about what you call it, remembering where things should be. But if my suggestion would be to make sure you take a picture of it and just familiarize yourself with it, and just in case you forget, you know what I mean. And at least you got a picture to reference. So all right, hang in there, bud. Things will get better. Hey, you know what, man? I'm really, I've been smoked. I'm really happy. I'm not. They really. Man. The rates have been so amazing for me. You know, I have no problems. It's been great, man. I've been like, as a matter of fact, it's crazy, but I am the one who's actually giving up, or not, like saying no. Hold up, man. I think that's only because I don't feel well. I don't feel all 100%. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, there was a load on Friday. Get that load out. I was trying to pick it up with the little one, and it would have been straight through and drop it off the same day for 2,100, and it's only 200 miles away, man. 180, 190 miles, and I would have been, less than 400 miles, all the miles, and I would have been home the same day. So, but that stinking day, as soon as I got to the truck, they're like, hey, hey, hold up. Broker calls me up. He said, hold up, hold up. Shipper said, nah, they're not shipping that shipment out. I said, come on, man. Anyway, yeah, man. Uh, we're just hanging out here doing an oil pan gasket on thing, Uh, as you guys notice, somebody's first comment is like, you got your suit on. Yes, got the suit on, man. I had to put it on. Well, it's serious work when I put this on. So, oh yeah. So anyway, I've already cracked all of these open, right? I've already cracked them all loose. So just make sure you do that before. You know what I mean? You don't want to break any of these bolts. And you can easily replace them, right? Find another bolt, but you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't usually use impact. I use hand manually to loosen it up. And then I would use this thing. I should really have a ratchet, you know, instead of this. But this will work. This will work just fine. Now, when you tighten it back up, you don't. I would never suggest to touch this. Okay, I would never suggest to run them up with this. You know, just run them up by hand. Take your time. Uh, and just run them up manually. You know, and I hope I don't get you guys sick through the phone. I'm still I'm still not 100%. I'm still having like a hard time breathing, and when I do anything physical, like too much, I gotta take a break. It's been it's I don't know what it is. Like I said, my wife said it's some kind of pneumonia or something that we caught during the vacation. So also, if you're an owner operator, check this out. See this thing right here? The best thing since sliced bread, man. This is a quick drain. I put this on sometime, I don't know, 3 years ago or something like that. But best thing since sliced bread, man. Makes your life a lot easier when you're doing oil changes, especially on the side of Doggone Road. Okay, I think I got all the bolts except for just a few left. And one of the reasons why I wanted to go ahead and do the oil, oil pan gasket right now is because I get a chance to look at it. What's it look like inside? You know what I'm saying? So um, at least I get to do that. It's because it'll be good to get to see it, and see what's going on inside. I mean, you're probably not gonna be able to see much. I need some doggone safety glasses. OSHA might come after me for not having safety glasses. But you might not be able to see much, but at least be able to have some type of, you know, you'll be able to see it, what it looks like on the inside. That's the reason why I went live. I was like, hey, let me go bring them on and take a look, see what it looks like inside. Some people have never really seen the inside of a engine. Well, it's gonna be the bottom end, so I figure I'm gonna take you guys along with me. Let's go open her up. All right, I need to get that one. I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna do the oil pan. I was gonna wait a little bit longer, but I said, you know what, man, I'm gonna do the oil anyway, so I might as well just go ahead and get it done now. And plus, it is that, and she's dropping. I don't know if you saw the pan drop a little, but yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna turn off the APU here in a minute. All right, all right. I only got a couple more bolts on it, and she's gonna be out. Did I tell you guys that this oil pan gasket cost $260? That's insane, man. $260 for that doggone gasket. It's a good gasket. It's a good made gasket, so uh, I am mad at it. I'm kind of I'm kind of surprised it's like this far. You know what I mean? Oh, easy, easy. I like I like this harness being here. I knew the harness was gonna hold her up. I like that. Okay, here we go. Now the problem is like the bottom end. When I take that bolt out on the bottom end, she's gonna hang out like that. There we go. All right. All right. That's it. Ain't got no more bolts on there. Oh, she's propped up against the flywheel housing, so we're good. Hold on, let me go turn off the doggone APU. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, by the way. Let's see what this thing looks like. All right, bring you over here. I'm just gonna let the thing drop. Let me see what people are saying. They're trying to charge me $1,400 just to do that at the shop, replace a gasket. Dang, 1400. I'm glad I had time to do it, man. I was thinking about $900 in what you call it in labor. Is that 1400 out the door? You know, I bet you it's more than that though. But like I said, I was thinking about $800 to $900 in labor. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. I'll put you guys over here. So, dang man, what's happening with this thing? Okay, yeah, I feel like actually that's if they're charging you like 4 hours to do this work, you know what I mean? That sounds about right. Whatever. What is that? $1,400. So I mean, it sounds about in the ballpark. At 200, almost $200 an hour. You know what I mean? Shop wise. So and if that includes the oil change, that's also through. If that includes the oil change, including the oil and everything, that's actually a damn good deal. Believe it or not. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my God! Come on, baby. Wow, I guess she wasn't gonna drop all the way. I thought she was gonna drop all the way. It's that harness. I'm gonna push that harness out. There we go. She should drop all the way though. There we go. She's down. She's down. Okay. There's that old gasket in there. Dang. Let's go get that flashlight. Yeah, that old gasket is sticking in there. Yeah, it's stuck on there. Come on, girl. That's all. What's his name, man? HIV or something like that, 9 or something. He does YouTube. I was watching him on one of his channel, on one of his video the other day. and and I commented on his video. I said I enjoyed watching that video from my bunk. Uh, Would be an oil change too at 1400. You know what? I would take it to the shop for 1400 with the oil change. I really would. On a serious note, I mean, it's not that hard. This is not that hard of a work. It's just that time. Now, how long would that time take you? You know what I mean? Or how long would the shop take for to bring the truck inside? You know what I'm saying? If it's gonna take them a week to bring that truck inside, and then it's gonna take them another. Oh wow! What the heck happened here? Look at this. Let me bring you guys on this one. Oh, okay. See, on the on the Cummins quick serve, it tells you to put an RTV, a dab of RTV on all four corners of it. Okay, that's why it's good to have. You know what I mean? To reference onto the quick serve because it tells you. It was so specific to do that. And there's something here. It sure looked like somebody just did a quick repair on that seal. Look at this on that gasket. Look at this. Previously, you see this part right here? That's an RTV right here. Oh, this is an RTV. It looks like somebody just quickly put that thing down or set it down and then put RTV right there and then bolted it back up. Whoever did that before. But supposedly, but I don't think somebody has done that though. I mean, like, I want to believe nobody did that because what you're supposed to do technically, according to the quick serve, you see right here, according to Cummins, come on, there's where's my finger? Okay, right here, So this is the front cover for the engine. This is the front cover, and then this is the actual block itself. And they meet together here with a gasket. Okay, and there's a what you call it, and that's where you're supposed to put the dab of RTV right here. Run an RTV right here when you put the new one in, so it compensate for that little hump because I can feel that hump, the little hump here. You know. Oh, there was no oil change including. Okay, got the block. Are you sure that's not the seam on the blocks? Timing cover on the block. Look, look on the block. Are you sure that is not the seam on the blocks? On the blocks timing cover. Yeah, I mean that is the seam. There's a little seam right here, right? There's a seam right here. Where the block and the front cover meets, right? Where the front cover bolts into the block. So uh, it's and it's not gonna be flush all the way. You know what I mean? I think you should be able to get it flush, but I guess it depends on how the dowel is. Because there's a little dowel when you line it up. But oh well, that's neither here or there. We're gonna add a we're gonna add a silicone just like what Cummins Quick Service saying. We're gonna add a silicone right here in the corner, and then silicone on the other corner, and then also on the back corner of it. When we install it back on there. Anyway, take a look at it. Take a look at the. That's what. Oh, oh, there's a cover. Wow, I had no idea. I had no idea there was a cover on there. uh, I had no idea there's that little cover right here. This cover. I thought I was gonna be able to see the doggone, the crankshaft. Let me see the crankshaft. I mean, I could see the crankshaft, but not all the way. I can. There's like those inspection holes on that thing. Ah, yeah, okay. Wow. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm not seeing no metal pieces on the oil, so I think we're okay. You know what I'm saying? Hey, she's running fine. It's just that oil leak. You know. Hey, I thought I was actually gonna be able to get a look at it in there. I didn't realize they had a little pan on there. Okay. Well, now I gotta go clean her up. I probably wear access RTV on the pan. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. That's the splash shield on the crank. Isn't getting hard from being soaked. Ah, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So, like a lot of the engines I have worked on before, you know what I mean? I have opened. They're not really high RPM engines. They were oil filled, so they stay at around 800 to about 1,000 RPMs, all the time. So they, I don't remember those being in there. You know what I mean? Those little splash shield. I don't think I remember those being a splash shield in there. So, and that makes sense. I mean, if you're gonna go freaking 16, 1800 RPMs on these engines, yeah, it's probably a good idea to have that. Yeah. Huh. Learned something new today. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. I tell you what, man. I don't know how HIV is doing this stuff. All of this, you know, getting up, getting down, getting up, getting down underneath the truck or underneath that doggone tight ass trailer. I'm not. I'm not as young as I used to be. And that's what motivated me, man. Him. I was watching him and I was like, man, if I was already seeing this. I want to say a couple of weeks ago, I was seeing this, this evidence of uh, oil right here. It's just like about right here, about a week ago, I would say, you know, and I was hoping, it wasn't gonna go all the way, and it's not gonna get no better, like I said. And I did try to put some torque on it, and it didn't do nothing. So, yes, sir, I missed it, but I did not at the same time. Yeah, you know what? I don't. I missed it, and I don't at the same time. Yes. If I'm on your shoe right now, I would probably be saying the same thing. Me being on my shoe right now, you know, I'm actually controlling my my language a little bit because if you've been around mechanics, they don't have the prettiest mouth when it comes to language. Okay, all right, all right. Here we go. I'll put you guys over here. All right. I'm just trying to get the rest of the gasket off. It's kind of getting stuck right now. I hate that it's getting dark already because now I still gotta clean this up, and I'm not gonna leave this thing open up like that, like and let dust get in there. No, it's not. This thing is not gonna stay open like this. That's one thing you gotta do. You gotta make sure when you're doing these kind of work, especially when it's gotta get into the internals, uh, you gotta make sure, man, you don't you clean up after yourself. I mean, I'm talking like clean, clean, clean. You gotta make sure you don't nothing is left over in there. I mean, the doggone the filter will pick up the rest of it, right? But yeah, let me see. I gotta get this part. Come on, baby. There we go. Come on. You can do it. There we go. You got it. You got the gasket. Yeah, I don't think I miss. You know, see, in the military, sometimes you know we get to do this stuff, right? And if if you ain't got the part right then and there, they're going foreman's gonna be like, heck, screw it, put RTV on it. And and when you do put RTV on there, guess what's gonna happen next time when you gotta do that again? Yeah, ain't gonna be pretty. Okay, hold on. Let's let's bring this. My back. Here we are. I'm gonna take a look at this thing. Yeah. So like the main thing that was leaking is definitely right here, somewhere down here. Normally you'll be able to see this stuff. You don't have an evidence, but like on this, on all actually it's right there. Oh yeah, wow! Look how much it crushed that rubber seal right here. This part, so it's actually around the little washers things. Wow, but there's still this part right here though. There's the secondary. Ah, oh well, it's all good. I'm just happy we're gonna be able to do this thing, and she should be good. Uh, I was hoping to be able to look at it. I'm not gonna open up that oil splash guard thing. I was hoping to be able to look at it, but at least the crankshaft, and see what they're because there's actually clearance on those, but I doubt I'll be able to move them. And real mechanics smoke. Yeah, you're right. Real mechanics do smoke. I used to smoke. I used to smoke a lot, man. Because especially when you're working on exhaust, if you know, you know. When you're working on exhaust and them bolts, it's the car is a terrain, GMC terrain. This is this is this is the beast, man. But anyway, when you're working on exhaust, them exhaust, them bolts, because they get hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold throughout all the, you know what I mean, running time of that engine. A lot of them bolts, man. A lot of them bolts by the exhaust, especially on the turbo. All of them bolts, you might as well kiss it goodbye, man. You ain't taking them out, Most of the time, you're gonna have to extract them. As a matter of fact, my goodness, I just saw it. Oh, that one hurts. Look, I just saw it. I literally just saw it. Look, and these comments are infamous for this. They really are. Look, uh, can I turn this camera around? So, yeah, I can. I think I can. Right there. I just saw it. Look at that. I don't know if you guys see. Can you see it? Oh my God, man. I just saw it. I literally just saw it just now. My God, man. Ah, that's a that's a prime example. That's a prime example of why I love you guys. I love the chat, man. I don't know if I'm glad I saw it or uh, if I would have probably turned my heads and just keep on rolling. Oh man. Oh man. Man, let me tell you. This is not fake. You know what I mean? Like this is not. That's not something to like. You're not like, oh man, that's gonna be an easy work. You hope it will. I guarantee you, you hope it will. Ah, dang, man. Are you freaking kidding me, man? Are you freaking kidding me? You know what that means too. You see, those two, those two, those two, and those two, guess what? They're not gonna come out that easy. They're really not. They're not just gonna be like, okay, here, pull me out. Dang. Everybody wants to be an owner operator until it's time to be an owner operator. Ah, this is real live emotions that you guys are seeing right now. That thing ain't no joke, man. It really ain't. I'm not kidding you. I those are some, and I was just talking about it too. I think I should have just stayed seated over there. I should have just stayed seated on the doggone car. I should have just stayed seated right here. I was fine. I was fine. I was happy to do the oil pan. I would have been buttoning it up, clean it up, button it up, torque her down, and we'll be good to go. The dusty trail. Come on, man. The dusty trail. See, that's what happens, I was just talking about it too. I was like, hey, you know what? Let me go show you. Let me show you an example of what I mean by, getting lucky. Yeah. Those bolts right there, I guarantee it. Like, I don't think, I think it's pretty recent. I want to say that's pretty recent. I started feeling a little bit of, you know, it ain't even like loose. You know what I mean? She ain't even loose. But when you gotta do that one right there, right? If you gotta do that one, you might as well do the whole thing. Now, also, there's something that I've been putting off on this. If you take a look right here, you see this? You see the evidence right there? There's evidence of, and it is soot. It's soot in there. And I did see a little bit before. See, you have your EGR in there too, right? Your EGR cooler, right here, your EGR cooler, and it has. I've seen a little bit of evidence every now and then of leak coming in there or coming out of there. I mean, I'm already in there, man. What would you do? I gotta get in there no matter what. So this has to go no matter what. The turbo Okay. Okay. I apologize. We got a little cut off. Doggone. I got a call. I should really put on do not disturb. Yeah, delete, right? Delete it. I. Oh, dang. The only thing about deleting that I really am not a fan of is the fact that I guess you could delete it with and keeping your EGR on, right? I apologize for you guys coming back in. I apologize. I got a call. Anyway, but deleting it, right? It's the EGR. I think you want to keep the EGR in if you're gonna delete these engines because they run too doggone hot and you need to cool them down. So mm, dang, what do you do? You're presented with this situation. I go to the shop more than I should, but it's tax write-off. It is. It is. We'll see. I'll figure out what I want to do once we button up the open. Dusty trails, man. Why did you make me see that? Wow. Mm, fun, 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 fun. That's the thing about what I mean. Like, that's why, like, I wish none of this stuff is here. If like none of like a lot of this stuff is not here, like on your regular non-emission comments, I love it because it's so open on this side. You know what I mean? And like you have access to all of that. You can get to all of that with no problems. And but like with this one, there's so much stuff crap that you gotta go through before you can actually get to it. You know. I'm gonna try to surgically, you know what I mean? Try to extract them. I doubt they're gonna come out, but I'm gonna try. At least I'm gonna give it a couple of shots, and see how it's gonna go. I'm pretty sure there's still leftover bolts in there, inside. You know what I mean? That I don't know if you can see it inside that in the block. Let me see. Well, right here. So like it goes in there, and then it bolts into the block, right? And I'm sure there's some more left over in that block. You know. So wow, I literally just saw that just now. My goodness. And no, like I was saying earlier, right? I think it just recently happened. I was starting to feel a little bit of or I was starting to smell. I was starting to smell a little bit of thing on the cab, inside the cab, a little bit of exhaust inside the cab, and I'm pretty sure that's the reason why. You know. So, mm, anyway, ah, boy, I tell you, boy, I tell you. Okay, okay. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this thing up today. I have to get back to the house. There's my presence is needed there urgently. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a few bolts up. You know what I mean? At least the dust is not going to go all the way in there, because that's what you want to prevent. You want to prevent that doggone dust coming in there, man. Um, and then and then I'll pick this back up tomorrow. That exhaust bolt. That's another thing to deal with. As a matter of fact, it's already Saturday and part store is already closed. So I might still open her up, try to extract it before Monday. At least have it ready, have it prepped and ready. It's gonna be a lot of broken bolts coming into that exhaust. It really is. That's just the way it goes. You cannot. It's not. It's no way to prevent it. Really, there isn't any other way to prevent it. The only thing that you can do is hope that when you're taking the boat out, they're gonna cooperate and come. come along. The odds are they're not. The odds are you're gonna break more than you're gonna successfully pull anything out. So what a what a my God, man. The job is never done. The job is never done. Ah, my God. I tell you what. Uh, oh my goodness. The job is never done. Okay. I'm gonna put this up there. What do y'all think? You still want to be an owner operator? I mean, I get, yeah, you can do all of this work at the shop, right? You can get it done at the shop. Uh, you really, like, I don't mind getting things done at the shop. I really don't. The only thing that really I don't like, the reason why I don't like going to the shops is because the wait time, right? A lot of your wait time that is like, that's usually excessive. You know what I mean? Especially at the dealership. Last time I went to W. Williams, the truck did not make. I brought it in, and the truck did not make it in the shop until about a week and a half later. You know, uh, and and then they held it on for another week, and that was for a clutch. So and it was the other truck, the Freightliner. Um, God, goodness, come on. But anyway, yeah, come on. That's why I've been looking for another truck. I wanted to get a backup truck, man, for situations like this. Especially right now, the rates are really good, man. Uh, I wish I was actually looking at a couple of trucks, just used trucks, but just just so you know, times like this. Come on, girl, you can do it. There we go. Yeah, when stuff like this happens, you can easily fire up the doggone backup truck and then get around to doing this one whenever you can, or take it to the shop. I would probably take it to the shop then. You know what I mean? If that was the case, like I said, the only thing that really um, that I really don't like when it comes to the shop is the wait time. I feel like the wait time is so excessive sometimes. Let me see, 220 an hour at OEM shop. My shop is $120 per hour, and they get it in. Oh, nice. That's nice. That's a good shop. $120 an hour. That's a good shop. I hope they're getting the work done. Good. You know what I mean? Uh, but yeah, $120 an hour. That's a good rate. I don't think. I don't think a lot of people can beat that. Maybe that's what I should do. Is they're gonna build a shop. Would you guys come to my shop if I build one? Would you? Oh my God. See, the thing about like dealership shops, right? Dealership, they go by, what do they call that thing? There's a book, right? Like a it's kind of like the it's a book that doesn't exist. But anyway, supposedly it's like a book where it shows you all the labor time, right? And that's how dealership work. They they do the labor time thing. And that's how they determine, like an oil pan. It'll have a breakdown on approximately how much time it will take to do an oil pan, And then they'll charge you based on that. It doesn't matter if they got it done a lot faster. Doesn't matter. Whatever the book calls for. Okay. All right. We got the pan back up. I'm just trying to prevent the doggone the dust from coming in there. Look, I broke a bolt already. Oh, crap. Is it? Oh yeah. Here you go. Broke that bolt already. I'm not gonna tighten it up. I'm just gonna put the bolts up there just so, like I said, dust don't blow in there. Let's see. Let's read the comments. That's good though. Like I said, Dusty Trails. That's pretty good, man. I wish your shop was right here. I wonder how much they would charge me for that exhaust bolt. I mean, they're probably gonna charge you about 3 hours on that exhaust bolt. So I don't mind a $500 bill minus, or plus parts on something like that. It never stops. The work never stops. There's still 17 of y'all watching over here. You guys are probably sitting back with a doggone beer watching me have Pinoy holiday. I know, right? I would like I would like a holiday right about now. Especially now, knowing that there's a couple of bolts missing on my exhaust. Oh, oh my goodness. All right, here we go. We're gonna get through it though. A lot of times, especially me, a lot of times I'm just being a drama queen. Most of the time, I'll just go ahead and get it done. You know what I mean? It sounds like I know it sounds like sometimes I'm like you're probably watching the channel and you're like, man, this freaking guy complains so much, man. You know? I don't think it's I think it's just you know, immediate immediate burst of feelings. I guess you could call it that, you know. All right, here we go. I'm still happy how easy this oil pan went up though, or went down, I should say. That's because of your seals, or that gasket, that oil pan gasket. It's well made, really. Um, they're It's really hard that for it to stick on there or whatever, like permanently. If you had like RTV or silicone on there, man, you definitely you definitely gonna be having a lot more hard time than what I am having right now. So I'm just gonna flush these bolts all the way up, and then we're gonna call it a day. We're gonna have to pick this back up tomorrow, and depending on how I feel tomorrow, I don't know if we're gonna try to Yeah, oh yeah. I'm gonna try to see if I can extract those bolts. You know, uh, at least the leftover. You know, sometimes they'll be loose. Sometimes you'll be able to get it with like what do you call it? A little luck. uh, you know, if I do, that's like winning the lottery for me. All right. All right, here we go. Here we go. See, this is why, like I was talking to Parker, right? The people that are, taking less desirable rate, right? That's what we'll call them, less desirable. You can't call it cheap because we don't know what somebody's worth is, based on their opinion or their values or whatever, right? But we'll call it less desirable rates. This is why you don't take those rates because for this main reason, the truck is going to break down no matter what. You know what I mean? Eh, You could have a brand new truck and it still could possibly do the same exact thing. You know, you never know, and that's why taking those taking those rates that you like, you know, well, I'm still surviving, right? Slightly above company pay, but when this stuff like this happens, let's say the guy, let's say me, right? I've been averaging, let's just say 220 a mile, and it's all of this, right? And the for the past year or whatever, let's just say that. And then I'm over here. I had to take this to the shop because of the oil pan gasket, right? Now, picking shop is going to charge me, let's just say 1,400, just like what my man was saying, right? And then plus the oil change, right? And the filters and all of that. So you're looking at about an $1,800 bill. And then next thing you know, they come back at you and trying to give you an estimate for those two bolts for another, let's just say less than 1,000. Let's just call it 1,000 even. And that's an estimate because you're gonna break. Like if you're gonna pull those out, if you're gonna pull the exhaust bolt out, you will break more than 50% of what's left over in there. And they're going to charge you for extracting all of those bolts. You know what I mean? Most of the time, people or shops, they charge 1 hour per bolt, to extract something, you know? So there goes, if they broke, if three or four of them broke, now that's another $500 at $120 an hour rate. You know what I mean? That's another $500 on top of all of that. And next thing you know, you're at freaking an invoice of $8,000 just for all of this, right? Yeah. And all that money you just made, what you gonna call it, running, less desirable rate. Uh, the truck ate it all back up. Uh, that's a lot of people don't put into consideration. Uh, that's why you see me, I would rather, oh my goodness, I'd rather not have the truck move than take a rate that I'm not really happy with. You know what I mean? Because the same reason. Hello, hey, what's going on? What's up, people? Woo, what a what a fun Saturday. I should be drinking Corona right now, but instead we're doing some work. All right, I got everything picked back up. But anyway, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know, um, that's what we're doing. Supposedly was the open. If you just got here just recently, there you go. Uh, the Rusty Trails. or the dusty trails, you know, was talking about what you want to call it, getting lucky, and I was just, referencing the exhaust is where you definitely get lucky. The exhaust bolts is where you get lucky right there. That right there. If I could pull at least successfully three of those coming out, I would be very, very happy. You know. Other than that, that's what they're gonna look like right there. You see that? Yeah. It's all the years of hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. That's what happens to them boats, you know. And like, there's really nothing that you can do. Uh, what you call it? There's nothing you can do that to prevent it. Like you can put anti seize on there, right? When you put them in, but that doesn't affect the them breaking. Why don't you do ref? What is ref? REF reference. So anyway, yeah. Hey, my mood was good, man. I was in a good mood. Dusty Trail, man. I was in a really good mood until I saw those doggone bolts. Because I know what it takes to do those bolts, man. I really do. I have been there. I've been there plenty of times, more than I can remember, actually, more than what I want to admit. Uh, it's those those exhausts, refrigerator. Oh, okay, okay. Reefer. So, man, I was so somebody had commented that as well, right? Why don't you do reefer? Listen, I don't mind doing anything. I really don't. One thing about those reefer, if I don't know if everybody can sympathize with me on this, those reefers, they have a different noise that they emit, right? It's so annoying to me, at least. See, I have a permanent ringing on my right ear. It's nonstop, you know. I can't do nothing about it, you know. It's the military, right? But it rings permanently that whenever I hear that that reefer sound, it gives me headaches and I cannot sleep. There's been plenty of times where a reefer parked next to me in the middle of the night, like let's say 2, 3 a.m. And they have that just one distinct noise. I need to pay attention which type of reefer it is, you know. Then, maybe I can, what you call it, uh, remember. But there's just one particular reefer that I cannot stand. Like that that it's like a little bass. It's a slow, really, really low bass, but it's so annoying to me, at least for me, that I cannot, I can't stand to be around it, And like I said, I get headaches, and uh, I usually just, you know, like put myself on PC and just drive the heck away from that, when they park next to me like that. That's the only reason why I don't like doing reefer, or I don't even want to entertain the reefer side of things because of that, you know. There's just this one particular sound too. It's not all the reefers. It's just one engine that does this one hum. The hum is so specific that as soon as I hear it, I know right away, and I know I better get the heck out of out of Dodge before before I before I start getting headaches and stuff. So definitely gonna. I could definitely do a lot of. I'd definitely be able to do a lot of videos in reefer for sure. It's all by appointment, right? You got wait, a lot of wait time. I mean, it's okay. You're gonna get paid for it, but yeah. Anyway, Reefer loads equals too much babysitting. It probably is. Yeah, I could imagine. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta. Hey, if you're an owner operator and you're running reefer, you probably gotta go back in and out of the doggone, check-in area just to check. Hey, man, what's going on? What's the status on my load? You know what I mean? What's the status on, dock door, blah blah blah. Earplugs. Um, I haven't tried earplugs. I really haven't. Maybe I should try that. I haven't. I don't like the earplugs that go all the way around your ear. The noise just gets worse for me. The ringing gets worse for me when I need ambient noise. Um, for me to stay sane, really. Believe it or not, it's just so ridiculous how this noise, you know what I mean? This ringing noise is just nonstop, man. But without ambient noise, I can't really, I can't focus as much. I go insane. I wish I could describe it to people, how bad it is. You know what I'm saying? Like that ringing noise is just constant. It's nonstop. You know, it's going on right now. It's just, you know what I mean? Very, very low voice. So when when I cover ambient noise, it's harder for me. That's why I don't mind listening to the engine. I love listening to the engine hum. You know, because that puts me to sleep. You know. Okay. It's not like it used to be. They fast now. Yeah, I believe it. I mean, if it's by appointment, when it comes to reefer, it should be pretty fast. You know what I mean? I mean, you would think it should be pretty fast, at least. I mean, you changing the oil pump too? Oh man. I mean, I guess if you're already in there, why not? Is it a Freightliner? I hear for poker. Man, I tell you what, poker sounds so good right now, and it's March Madness. Man, I bet you them tables are hot right now. Poker sounds so good right now. DD15, yes, they get dried up, man. That doggone plastic crap they put on that. Why do they put plastic stuff in there? Have they made? Do they make aftermarket that you can use instead of plastic down there? For those tubing instead of plastic, use some metal, or steel, or aluminum, or something. You know what I mean? It's just that plastic get brittle. Yeah. All right. JVC says he's getting the ringing noise too. Yeah. Man, I tell you, uh, I hope, like this ringing noise is constant. I would never wish this on my worst enemy. You know what I mean? It's just so crazy. Well, you get on to the wedding and kids and have a good night. Thank you, Dusty Trails. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. Yeah, definitely gonna wrap it up here. I'm not looking forward to messing with that doggone exhaust bolts. For those of you that is now getting in here, thank Dusty Trails for this, right? So I can't remember what he was talking about, and then as I was back there sitting, I was like, yeah, this is you get lucky mostly right here, on your exhaust. These exhausts, they don't, them bolts are mostly gonna break. Once you start extracting those bolts, they're gonna break. And then as I was talking about that, look, two bolts missing. Uh, God, I got 780k miles out of it. That's not bad. Out of the one box, that's pretty good. What year is that? What year is that truck? Uh, you know, the people complain, or they talk about a lot about the emissions. I want to say anything G17 and up, they've been doing really well, man. I'm so impressed with this truck, emission wise. The only thing I have done to this truck, emission wise. Oh man, I hope I'm not biting myself. Anyway, is right there, inlet knock sensor, right? And two lines, and two lines that are going from the def tank all the way across to the to the one box, right? And what else? There was one more thing. Oh, uh, the quantity sensor. That's it. That's it. I put in over 200,000, almost 200,000 miles on this truck. You know, she's almost sitting on 800,000. You know, so I'm really happy with this truck. This truck right here has been amazing, man. Even though you look at me, look what we got to deal with here shortly, but I'm really satisfied and happy with this truck. This truck has performed very well, you know, and I have no regrets with this truck, man. I did all of them. I did Dr. Amazon step deck, but refurb been good so far. Nice, man. Yeah, I wish I could try out reefer really. I don't think I could ever be get into the reefer because of that noise. That noise is just I cannot stand it. I really can't. There's that stinking noise. There's just one particular noise that it does. And it's not just one, it's not all of the reefer engines, it's just one it's certain. There's this one low humming noise that it does that it just gives me headaches, man. Let me see. Uh, no more death rigs for me. Retired. Although I did love my T680. Yeah, you know, the death is not. I mean, it's it. I don't think I've been to that part where I'm not at least not with this truck. Okay, with the other truck, the with the DD15, with 2014, that one was a headache, man. And that's GHG 14, right? Yeah, I think it was GHG 14. That one was a headache. I mean, it's just one after the other, emission after emission after emission. It's just one after the other. This one, man, I couldn't be happier. Like I said, it's been amazing, man. So, um, let me see. 2015, it was parked for a year, so I'm getting her ready. I got old fuel, but changed the filter. Okay, 2015, man. Hopefully, you know what I mean. Hopefully that thing holds up well for you, man. I mean, but you said it gave you 700,000 miles on the one box, so that's not bad, man. Just get the new alternator and starter, and finishing up the oil seal and pump. Okay, nice. Yeah, that DD15 I had, man, the GHG 14 emission. That thing was that thing was a pain, man. Like it really was. The truck ran fine, no problem. But the emission part of that doggone that Freightliner was a freaking headache, man. Whew. Anyway, oh man, working on the also on the oil, man. I don't know what you guys been having success with when it comes to oil. I love that Rotella. That Rotella hits different, man. That Rotella T6 15. I've been using 1540. That stuff hits different with this doggone Cummins, man. I don't know if it would be the same uh with the DD engine, right? They recommend yellow, right? But this one they also I think they're also recommending yellow on this one. But let's tell you what, this is my fifth oil change on. Yeah, they recommend yellow right there. But this is my fifth oil change on Rotella T6. It's been amazing, man. I'm doing it and I don't even really have to do it just yet. But I'm doing it between 16 and 17K. You know, uh, the mobile Delvac, I can tell the difference at 12K. As soon as 12K hits this engine or on that oil, mobile Delvac, I can hear that she's starting to complain. You know what I mean? And you can hear the difference in the sound and the noise that it makes. And that's why I changed up and I went with Rotella, and I couldn't be happier. Rotella, yeah, it costs a little bit more, right? But Rotella is by far superior when it comes to oil. I mean, it is full synthetic, right? I believe Delvac is semi-synthetic. I can't remember, but yeah, I'm doing my own PM, man. Just I'm doing everything, doing right here. That's why. Oh, if you wasn't here earlier, I was talking about this. Man, listen. If you're gonna be doing your own oil changes, trust me, take it to the bank, and you can thank me later if you're gonna do your own oil changes. Right here. You see this? This is a quick. Uh, it's a valve. You know, you can find them at a lot of truck stops. You know, I can't remember the name of it, man. I can't remember the name of it, but I put this on, and draining your oil is so much easier, man. It's just a valve. You put it. It's got a safety feature on it where you got to pull down to open. So, uh, yeah, if you're gonna do it, get that. And let me tell you the reason why. Let me tell you the reason why I do my own oil. The truck stops, you can never trust them, man. The freaking truck stops, you can't trust them. Even even as simple as pulling the oil and just putting it in some kind of pan, you can't trust them. You really can't. Rotella T6, you can't beat. I know, man. That Rotella T6, man. If you guys, trust me, please listen to me. Give it a shot. The Rotella T6, it's amazing, man. Like I always tell people, right? Make sure you listen to your engine. You listen to what the engine is telling you, right? Because your engine makes, you'll if you pay close enough attention to it, it'll start making noises as soon as there's something wrong. It'll make different noises. And what was it? Somebody told me one time, this freaking guy talks like he's the engine whisperer. How often you change the oil? I Yeah, I'm looking at grease guns right now, Dusty Trails. Uh, um, I'm trying to buy something off of Facebook Market. Somebody got a new Makita because you guys know my kit is all this one, Makita. I'm trying to find a Makita one instead. But if I have to, I go with something else. But anyway, uh, that's the fact that they always miss parts doing two of the PM. Yeah, they always miss the greasing part when doing the PM. I guarantee you. How often do you change the oil? I do it with the Rotella with Delvac. I have to do it right as soon as it hits 12,000. I have to do it because I can hear the engine. The engine starts to complain. The engine will start telling me, "Hey, listen, man. I might want to check the oil." That's with Delvac, mobile Delvac, and with Rotella, I even at 16K, man, I'm still not hearing that noise that mobile Delvac is giving me. You know what I mean? So, but I change it anyway. I've been changing it. I've done it 5 times now. This is the fifth oil change on this. At between starting at 16. As soon as it hits 16K, I'm looking at it and I'm be like, okay, it's time. You know what I mean? I start preparing. So yeah, Rotella T6 costs a little bit more, but man, let me tell you, it's worth it. It really is. For me, I feel like the engine runs so much richer. I have a little bit more pressure. I think I get about a little bit over 1 psi, like gain. I gain a little bit, slightly over 1 psi when I switched over. So I like it, man. Hey, what's going on, OTR skateboarder? All right. Buy ore before the end of the month. Next prices will go up a lot more. Really? Wow. Dang. I do have like 15 gallons of Rotella right now. Maybe I should go buy more, huh? The filters, I get them from the dealership. I want the filters straight from the dealership. I want the Fleet Pride kind of filters right here. It's all fleet price. Even the oil, even water separator, everything. It's all fleet price. But yeah, I at least for me, at least what I do this, the what is that? Something with the B, the brand, yeah, something like that. Anyway, yeah. What you gonna call it, man? Yeah, it's the oil changes, right? The oil changes at the truck stop, man. Oil changes at the truck stop, man. They damn boys over there, man. Like I don't know if they're paying them enough or we just don't. You know what I mean? Just nobody cares about it anymore. You know what I mean? Nobody have pride anymore. Uh, when you get to your truck, man, you get your truck. It's like it's oil everywhere. Look at me, man. Look, I just did the oil change, man, on the side of the road. I barely got just that spill when I took out my filter, right? The oil filter. I just got that little spill right there, and it didn't even make it to the ground. You know, um, for some reason, when you get an oil change from the doggone truck stop, right? Hold on, come on. Uh, oil, oil will be everywhere in there. All in the frame, all everywhere. You know what I mean? Especially right here when they take out that doggone fuel filter. When they take out that fuel filter, I feel like they're taking it and splashing it everywhere. I'm not. I guarantee you, when I take that out, I'm gonna take it out so smooth. Yes, I'm gonna get some spill, but it's not even gonna hit any of these. It might spill over a little bit over here when I try to take it over here. You know what I mean? Because yeah, when I take that out, more than likely it's gonna come out this way. So, but yeah, and like it'll be okay when you spill some, but they don't even clean it. They don't even bother cleaning it. You know. Lucas stabilizer. I've heard that Lucas stabilizer. I go half a gallon of Lucas, 10 quarts of T6. Okay. I'll go look into that. Lucas, huh? My mechanic charges me $30 for my oil filters, 25 for the fuel filter, both fleet guard. Really? How is he getting that? That's pretty cheap, man. Hey, how much you think it saves doing your PM? I'm not, as far as like doing my own PM, I'm not doing it to save money. I'm doing it to do it right. That's my main concern. I have had where I have done PM on that Freightliner. These jokers, man. So you remember, on the DD, the filters are right here, right? And they go up. They pinch the doggone seals, the O-rings, you know? And it's not just happened one time. You know what I mean? I, I said, okay. I you know what I mean? Because like if I get it that they're young techs, right? I get it. You know what I mean? They're probably just very fresh, but that's why I don't want to trust them with this because of the fact that, you know what I mean? This is our livelihood, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just one thing go wrong, you know what I mean? It brings you down. And, I mean, it you can't take that time back. You know what I mean? And when it shuts you down, you cannot take any of that time back. That's why I would rather do it myself and take my time, do it properly, right? And just one step at a time, man. I mean, it might take me all day to doggone do on. As a matter of fact, it's gonna take us a half a day tomorrow too. You know what I mean? Doing the oil pan gasket, but I know when I'm done with it, it's done. You know what I'm saying? That's my point right there. Yeah, I would say so. I'd say you save about $200, but like I said, it's not even that's not even my priority. My priority really is doing it right. You know what I'm saying? That's my main thing. Is doing it right the first time. I've had it to where this filter right here was spewing oil everywhere, man. And what they did? They put it on there. They didn't go all the way up, and the thing was cockeyed. You know what I'm saying? And like, wait, they can only do that a couple of times, and then next thing you know, the thread is cross-threaded. You know what I mean? And then now you gotta get a doggone filter housing, oil filter housing, just to make sure it get corrected. Let me see. Oh, you can't even just get that. You know, you gotta get that whole doggone plate because that's a whole assembly itself. So, you know what I mean? It's the quality. It's the quality of work, really, man. It really is. That's my only thing. That's the only thing that the reason why I do my own PM. You know. Yes, they do. Yes, they always miss their doggone grease. As a matter of fact, they probably don't even do them. Like they probably don't even like. They probably see it and be like, put a dab of grease in it and then make it look like it got grease, which I don't understand why. But yeah, anyway, yeah, that's the only reason I don't do my own PM because of the saving money is not my priority really. The priority is getting it done right, and just like you guys said, peace of mind. Having a peace of mind that it was done properly. Like I said, it scares me, man. It scares me some how like some of the simplest things, and if you're a lube tech and that's all you do all day, that's all you do all day, that's all you do all day, you know, you might out of 10 trucks, you might make a small slight mistake, which is like it should be not even a slimmage of percentage on your amount of work. You know what I mean? But it's just it's crazy. Like I'm a single owner operator, and every time I go to the PM get PM done, I feel like I see something wrong. Maybe I'm just a freaking control freak. I don't know. I don't think so though. So yeah, it bothers me. That's why I don't like try not to do it anymore. I try not to get my oil change done at at the truck stops anymore. I think if you go to like the dealership is okay, but the problem with the dealership is that it takes so much time. So anyway, man, let's see. Uh, I use Chauffeur's oil. It's 47 a gallon. But my mechanic has 55-gallon drum and gets it for 37. That's not bad, man. Dang, that's actually pretty cheap. That's pretty cheap. Dang. My friend once hollered at me at the kid in the Ford garage and said, "Hey, let me show you how to do this." And I told him to go get grease in my truck. I do it right. That's crazy, man. Yeah. Like me, sometimes I'm too nice. You know what I mean? Even though sometimes I see him, like I do see him. I'm watching. Like when I go to the truck stops, but here in the past 2 years I haven't to get my oil change. But when I do, I'm watching the truck. I'm slowly watching. I like meticulously watching them, every move, and I shouldn't be doing that. I should be trusting them, but that's the thing. It's like they took that away from me. You know what I mean? The ability for me to trust them is no longer there. It's mostly like I'm so cautious. Like I have to watch them. You know, and that's sad. You shouldn't have to. You know what I mean? You should be able to trust them to do the right thing. Easily. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but like I said, it's like they're young techs, right? They don't know what that is. They don't know what that right thing is. Well, well, well. There he is, broad daylight. All the best. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, it's a freaking a unicorn sighting, right? Man, listen, I have been, like I said, like if you didn't catch the earlier part of the live, I was I was we got back on vacation, right? Sometime about a week and a half ago or so. Uh, got sick, caught something on the vacation. Should have never went on vacation, but I caught something, and we did too. That's a whole family, and barely recovering now. Yeah, that load I did from Phoenix to Sparks, that paid really well, man. My goodness, what was it? $4,300 in 770 miles. That played really well, you know. But it took me a while to get that thing done, uh, because I was sick. I was so sick. I didn't even know I was how sick I was then. And like I could, it took me like every 2 hours. I was doing straps, right? I was strapping, and I had like so many straps on that load, and I was strapping, and it like after every second strap, I had to take a rest, man. There was one point I fell asleep on the driver's seat, soaking up that AC, and the heat in Phoenix wasn't helping. You know what I mean? During that time, so it was so freaking hot. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's and then since then I just been taking it easy, man, just resting, man. I haven't been doing much. Oh yeah, if you guys just now getting in, we were doing the oil pan right there. I put it back up because I gotta get back to the house. But yeah, uh, I gotta get my creeper. Y'all like my creeper? Man, let me tell you, that manifold, man. That exhaust manifold doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what kind of engine it is. Them exhaust manifolds, man. They're them bolts. They don't hold up. But yours is gonna be easy though. That N14, I forgot you had that N14. Yours is gonna be really easy, and I envy you, sir, because the only thing you have standing in your way is that turbo. As a matter of fact, you might not on that M14. You might not even have to take out anything. You might just have to loosen the turbo and be able to move it out of the way. Bro, it's 8:30 p.m. in the Midwest. You ain't got long, bro. Yeah. Let me see. Okay, but I appreciate everyone for tuning in. We're gonna have to go ahead and cut it short here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like I said, it's I'm still here, man. As a matter of fact, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, I want to put out some more videos, man, but I felt like I was putting too much pressure on myself. You know, uh, putting out videos every other day. I love that I was able to achieve and do it. Consistently for 3 months. But it was definitely putting a lot of pressure on me. So, I say, you know what, man, let me do what I normally do. Let me do me. Let me be me. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, by the way, if you didn't get to catch it, there's that Oil Pan Gasket in its glory. It's crazy how this is where this is where it presses the most, man. Maybe they should really look into that. Maybe that shouldn't be 41 foot-pounds. The quick serve is showing 41 foot-pounds on there. And I feel like that's a lot, but good luck on those boats. Good luck on those boats. Man, let me tell you. I have to buy a lottery ticket if those boats. I'm happy after I get done with them. I appreciate you, Dusty Trail. Ah, man. Let me see. Did I shut everything off? Oh, also remember the trucking seven seas guy. I got curious and looked back, and when he was with Landstar, I saw something like $1.50 on the truck average, and Yeah, man, the trucking seven seats guy, man. Listen, I don't know, man. I don't know about that guy, man. I want to say I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, and he's smart. I really don't want to sound negative, and I just want to I want to leave him be, but